Be on the lookout for these neat little Nashville warblers now in early October. Most warblers have moved south of the driftless region by now, but the Nashville warblers are still around and will be probably until the middle part of the month, depending on how cold it gets. They often travel with some other warblers, the yellow-rumped warbler and the orange-crowned warbler specifically, a couple other late migrants, and ruby-crowned kinglets, golden-crowned kinglets could be mixed in as well. Notice the distinct white eye ring on this male Nashville warbler. He also has a pretty distinct gray head and then a lot of yellow on his body. So he really looks like a beautiful little bird, almost like a bright yellow leaf. But they nest in northern Minnesota, where they are quite abundant in kind of second growth forests, you might say, where they nest on the ground. But they will end up now in Mexico for the winter. And then we'll see them when they return next May. Meadowhawks are dragonflies that fly from late summer into the autumn season here in the driftless region. Most male meadowhawks are going to be bright red, while females will be gold in color. Yeah, they can be confusing to identify. We have 6 meadowhawk species where the males are red, and that makes their identification tough. When it comes to females, lots of times their identification is even trickier. But on this white-faced meadowhawk here, he's one of the easier meadowhawks to identify because he's got a pearly white face that you can kind of get a glimpse of here. Also notice the very distinct black triangles on his abdomen, and he's got black legs. But the white-faced meadowhawks fly quite late into the season, and you could possibly find them all the way into mid-October if the weather doesn't, get below freezing now. So be on the lookout for them if you're near a wetland. If you're out in a wetland now in early October looking for some white-faced meadowhawks, you might be surprised to find these black dragonflies out there with them. I know I was surprised when I found these black meadowhawks here at Lake Meyer Park the other day. Black meadowhawks are really rare here in Iowa. We're well out of their normal range. They live in northern Minnesota and Wisconsin and are mostly up in Canada. They are quite unusual to see in this area here. I'm guessing what has happened is they are migrating. I did a little research on the black meadowhawks, and this is a circumpolar species, which means they're found over like in northern Europe as well, where they're called the black darter. And people have found them migrating south in the fall there along the coast of Ireland and the Baltic coast as well. So I'm guessing these black meadowhawks are probably departing Canada before it gets too cold and heading south. So be on the lookout for some black meadowhawks this autumn right here in the driftless region.